Hello my friends, Sabrina and Barella here with your Freedom Track. So it's actually been a few months since I have posted a video myself, and all for very good reason. So if you've seen any of my previous videos that I shot in my house, you might notice that this is actually a new place. And part of what's happened over the last couple months is that I moved. I moved about an hour north, still in San Diego County, but I moved from East County, San Diego up to North County, and this was a move that I had been wanting to make for several years now, and things just never really added up, never quite worked out, even though for the last 2 years I have been looking on and off for, do I want to buy a place, do I want to rent a place, what do I want to do. It's been very humbling for me, and very much a reminder of how life and how the universe works on our behalf. So one thing I've been putting out is that I wanted to move. I wanted to move up to North County, and really I wanted to move out of the place that I was living in East County, San Diego. Now this is a place that I lived in for 8 years. It's the longest I've lived anywhere in my adult life. In the last 20 years, I have moved a good 6 or 7 times at least, maybe more. So this is the longest I've been anywhere as an adult, and a lot happened in that space. So in the energy of that apartment, I had gone through, I was not too long out of being divorced. I went through health problems. I went through broken relationships, both good and bad, but a lot of endings there, a lot of negative energy, you might say. And there's a lot of closing chapters that ended while I was in that place. So in order to really move myself up and on into the next chapter of my life, I think instinctively, even though I couldn't have put words to it back then, I actually needed to get out of that space in order for the next chapter and for other things to unfold in my life. So that's actually what is playing out right now. So it didn't happen the way I thought it would happen. In fact, it looked nothing like how I thought it would work. I actually moved in with a friend, a very good friend, been there for me just in a very huge way. I'm very blessed in my life. I have so many friends actually that have really reached out and stepped up right now. There's nothing like having a challenging time in your life to really find out the capacities of your friendship. And not to say that people are bad, but one thing that I'm noticing right now is that I have friends, that they're the friends who, their only capacity to support me in our friendship is to say, hey, you got this. You can do this, you got it. But sometimes we need a little more than that. Sometimes those of us, most of my friends, they look at me and they're, you're Wonder Woman, you got this. And that's all I hear from them, And so inside, I had several times going through this last month and a half that I felt, I started to feel like some of those around me, I couldn't rely on them when I really did need the support. Because even Wonder Woman, I'm like, Wonder Woman, Superman, whoever you are, you need a time and a place and people you can surround yourself with where you can take off the cape, you can take off the uniform and just be you and, and be real about, I'm a human being and, this change is scary and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. And you need people who will create that, that safe environment for you in order to, take the armor off for a little bit to really refresh, rejuvenate, re-strategize, remap what your next step is. Because if you can't, really take off the armor and get down in there, how are you supposed to rebuild from inside out? So I also realized, a very core group of friends that are that for me. The ones that I'm actually finding myself being able to admit how scared I was or how, just how unsure I was of what was going on. It felt the 1st of June, which I will explain this in another video, but the first part of June, I had a rug pulled out from under me in my business, in my online business, and it was like a tornado came through my life, and all the pieces, were just up in the air, and I had no idea where or when anything was going to land, what was going to happen. So yeah, I just got blindsided a bit. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't just me. There were thousands of people in a similar position to me across the U.S., across the world, that the same thing happened to. It's really unfortunate. It's really sad that things had to happen the way they did, but it's kind of like a big, massive life lesson on a really huge scale. So what I look forward to now, I'm actually taking my company, Your Freedom Track, and I am reworking all the pieces. So the mission hasn't changed. The mission is still to help and empower and inspire you, inspire anybody that comes within our community to really go after their dreams and do what they want to do, to take charge of their own life. And so my new map and my new strategy of this company is really around expanding resources, expanding the products and the services that I can offer you. So what I can really go in and do is, have a conversation with you and listen. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What is your situation? We got to be realistic about where we are now in order to figure out, this is where we are and this is where we want to get to. So we can really map that out now. And really the cool thing that's happened over the last couple of months too is, because I had to go out and forge some new partnerships, some new networking and all this in my business, I was really able to focus on that. And some of the companies and the people that I have met have just, I couldn't have imagined it. I couldn't have imagined partnering with some of the people that I'm now partnered with. So it's a really, really cool direction. And I just want to say, for those of you that are here with me, this isn't the only time it's going to happen in life. I definitely knew to expect that this would happen in business. I didn't expect it when it came or so early on. It happens. And how we react in these times of challenge, when life comes and smacks us upside the head or pulls the rug out from under us, the resiliency, the actions that we take and the resiliency that we build in that moment is the key and is super critical to our success for the future. So I hope you can take a lesson from what I've just shared in your own life and see how you can apply it to yourself. And I will shoot another video explaining a little more about what happened with one of the other companies that I worked with before, what actually happened in June. And then I'm also looking forward to shooting a ton of new videos to share some of the new products and services that I have that I don't want to say they could, like I know that for the right person, the right fit, that they will be a huge value for you. So I'm excited to share that with you. And you're going to recognize a lot of the names and a lot of the brands that I share. So I'm super, super excited. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are in the world seeing this. Thank you for sitting here and taken a few minutes with me. I will talk to you soon.